Kia ora, good evening Rotorua. On your Thursday night news bulletin tonight, Sir Peter Tapsell was laid to rest today after services at Whakaue Marae. Postal deliveries of Rotorua District Council's newly released draft long-term plan start today. And Rotoiti is still at the top of the Bay-wide rugby competition. Those stories and more coming up next on City News. Te Araha elder Sir Peter Tapsell was laid to rest today after services at Whakaue Marae. Sir Peter Tapsell was a long-time Labour MP and Cabinet Minister and was the first Maori to be appointed Speaker of the House. Hundreds gathered at Makatu, the ancestral landing place of the Te Araha canoe, to farewell Sir Peter Tapsell. Deputy Mayor Trevor Maxwell, who attended the tangi, says Sir Peter made an outstanding contribution to New Zealand on behalf of the Te Araha people. The Easter road toll officially ended at 6 a.m. this morning, and it appears to be the first holiday weekend on record with no deaths from road crashes. Police are yet to report any fatal accidents over the four-day weekend, although an elderly man died on Sunday after suffering a heart attack and then crashing his car in Glen Innes, East Auckland. However, police say there is always a chance of someone involved in one of the more than 450 road crashes attended by police since Thursday, dying later of injuries. Even so, Acting National Road Policing Manager Inspector Rob Morgan says that to achieve a zero toll over the Easter weekend would be the first public holiday of no record deaths since records began in 1956. Rotorua posties will be busy this week, delivering 30,000 12-page summaries of Rotorua District Council's newly released draft long-term plan. The long-term plan summaries, with a free post feedback and form included, are being distributed to every letterbox, private post box and rural delivery district-wide. Copies are also being mailed to more than 4,000 out-of-town and overseas-based property owners. Mayor Kevin Winters says the public has until the 3rd of May to make comment on the plan.
So now we adopted the draft 10-year plan. So that means it goes out to the public to have a look at until the 3rd of May, and they can do submissions until the 3rd of May, and then we finally adopt the 10-year plan at the end of June. I think there'll be usually about 300 to 400 people submit, or groups submit to it. Will we make changes? It'll be based on those submissions. Nothing set in concrete.
The plan covers the 10-year period from 2012 to 2022 and sets out the Council's future direction, proposed activities and projects, what they will all cost, how they will be funded and how Council performance will be measured. The Rotorua Citizens Advice Bureau is looking for volunteers. The Citizens Advice Bureau says the work undertaken by volunteers is interesting and varied, with many opportunities to become familiar with local and national agencies. The new volunteers will undertake a 5-day training program scheduled for next month, and once trained, volunteers are requested to work in the Bureau for a 2 to 3 week hour shift each week. An application form and further information is available from the Bureau at Community House in Haupapa Street, or you can phone the coordinator Jane on 348 3547. Applications close on Wednesday the 2nd of May. Could be a nice one to be part of. The Rotorua Library is running a school holiday series called Stories Past. Teens librarian Emma Sayers says the idea of Stories Past is about older generations sharing stories about their lives. She says they'll be running stories workshops over the break, and says the library will be screening movies for their teenage members.
We've got, it's kind of exciting, I Am Number 4 movie screening during the second week of the holidays for the teens, and then we're sort of linking into the Stories Past theme, and we're getting teens to tell us stories of their own or their grandparents, and they can enter a draw. Yeah.
For more information about the holidays program from the library, contact Kay Hall at the library itself. In sport tonight, Rotoiti maintained their position at the top of the Bay-wide Premier Club Rugby competition with a hard-fought 19-13 win over Tupuna on Saturday. The top of the table clash in the Western Bay lived up to its billing, giving the Rotorua side a real test on the field. Rotoiti also picked up a bonus point, of course, courtesy of finishing within 7 points of Tupuna. Defending Premier champions Te Sports ran riot over Great and Marist 68-7. Tauranga Sports posted their first win of the season when they took out Mount Maunganui 25-10. And Apotiki beats Rangatawa 45-5. Whakarewa withstood a spirited challenge from neighbours Waikiki before banking a 26-24 victory. They just made it. To weather now, Rotorua, brought to you by Trevor Robson Signs and Graphics Limited. Tonight, fine weather, that's good news. Light winds, an overnight low of 7. Tomorrow, Wednesday, becoming cloudy, rain developing, freshening northerlies, a high of 19 and a low of 9. The long-range forecast for Thursday, periods of rain clearing at night, a southerly change, a high of 19 and a low of 7. The marine forecast for Lake Rotorua for Wednesday, westerlies 5 knots, becoming northerlies 10 knots during the morning. Waves less than half a metre, fair visibility and rain developing late afternoon or evening. If you missed any of tonight's bulletin, you can watch it again by going to tvrotorua.co.nz and click on the View Latest City News link. To view what's on in our city, click on the Upcoming Events link. Still to come tonight on City News, Lou Parker finds out about the Council's Perceptions of Safety survey. District Councillor Meripeka Raukawa Tate talks about the government's plan to review local government. And Lynn Gillespie talks about the work of Career Network.